Field reports from the strange. This is Obscura Bureau.
Subscribe to the Ian and Igo channel so you have these exciting videos. Hey you, how old are you? Have you succeeded yet? Hey you, you're almost 30, right? And you don't have an edge or a car yet? You're so incompetent. Oh, you don't have you're really incompetent. Do you hear what people are saying out there? Do you understand what there's? You don't know anything. Do you know what people are talking about? What they? Like how hip-hop is trending with current issues. You're so incompetent. Don't know what everyone is talking about. Really falling behind. Do you see how other people are? Do you see other people's houses like this and that? All the questions like us now. They repeat over and over, not only in your own family, but also repeated across all media platforms today. And make us realize one thing. We're really incompetent. Keep up with anyone, Haven. Nothing stands out, and this makes many people fall into the trap called hustle culture. And if you're a victim of hustle culture like me, congratulations. You've wasted several years of your life pursuing something that's really exhausting and unnecessary in life. And why is that? Let's analyze a bit below. Okay? Before going into details of what I want to share with you, let's review some reasons and causes that people often create or hear when mentioning that we must succeed early. For example, oh, on social media we have people like this. Social media now, technology has developed. We can see all the celebrities, other people on social media, like mansions, cars that people our age already have. Cars our age already have those clothing outfits. For example, those top-notch small parties, very cool, luxurious and magnificent, and meanwhile we ourselves are here. You'll see out there people making millions on TikTok. There are people making millions on Facebook. There are people out there, and in reality there are talented people that you don't even know how talented they are. You don't even know they exist. And that makes you feel as if, what am I doing with my life? Clearly everyone eats rice and grains. Why am I not as good as them? I also eat rice and grains, but I don't eat chili, so why? Is that the first reason? Meaning you feel that way because social media or things you witness on have been deeply ingrained, and especially now, when everyone has a phone in hand. The tool that allows us to directly witness those things. As present right before our eyes every day, why wouldn't? Speaking of it being right in our hands, we must mention the second thing. The second reason people often talk about it, the change in the economy. In the past, if we told people that you could stay home and still earn money, even a lot of money, surely parents would give you a beating, right? But now it's different. You can stay home with your phone and make money from it. And this is what I said earlier. You don't know what people are talking about online, and you feel inferior. Every new trend nowadays is pushed up quickly. It's trendy today, outdated tomorrow. I feel like I always have to chase after a job or story that I don't belong to, as if I had to dive in like an expert. Even though I know nothing about that story. Keep up with that story, Yeah, so what do I do now? I have to dive in. Dive in, can. Then comes the third reason. This reason is a bit clearer because we are Asian descendants. Someone else. As child, have you seen that other person? Additionally, Asian parents also have a special expectation that their children must take care of them later. One mother can raise 10 children, but 10 children cannot support one mother. But this is the pressure or expectation that many parents place on their children, saying you must take care of me when I'm old. Moreover, we often see Asian parents in general, and Vietnamese parents in particular, want to guide their children towards a future with education and stable, sustainable jobs. And this is a mindset that I'm not saying is wrong, but it needs to gradually change over time. Because do you know that about 20 years ago, when I started growing up, people really wanted to get into the state sector with the thought that entering the state sector is definitely safe. But didn't we just witness a terrible cutback in every industry, including the state sector? It's no longer stable, and the mindset back then that entering the state sector and bureaucracy was stable has started to be wrong. Today, you might be secure in your company. Tomorrow someone else gets their salary, and suddenly an email announces you're fired the next day. We don't want to clock in every day, then go to work, go home, eat, and just repeat over and over. So we must have something new to escape this story. Therefore, we want to look outside to see what others are doing. See what's out there to compare if we are as good as them, to be able to rise up to others. That makes us feel like anything new is good. And if we don't have it, we fall behind, not as good as others, not as good as friends. Fear of missing out. Folks, fear of missing out is an extremely important psychological point for you, and it emphasizes that you must be active, creative, encourages you to do your best and try a bit harder. Everything must continue a bit, must be strong. Youth is the age for us to do everything. So what if we can't do it? Are we not worthy of being human? And finally, this is what I've seen many people say for at least the past 6 years. I admit one thing. I myself often blame Gen Z too. The truth is, I'm not perfect and have never refrained from criticizing General Z. I've criticized young people at that age for various reasons. Because from my perspective, your way of working, demeanor, and approach to problems are completely different from what we and the previous generation did and followed. They're not bold when necessary, but bold in the wrong places. They're not hardworking when needed, but hardworking in unnecessary things. Daring to think, daring to act, but thinking scattered and acting unclear. What the hell is this? Why does it look like that? Therefore, Gen Z becomes the target of attacks from other Gen. But guess what? Me, this kind Nick, as a Gen Z, well, I like that. Yes, millennials. 10 years ago, the keyword Gen Z didn't exist. We can replace Gen Z with everything related to millennials and vice versa. What Gen Z is experiencing now, millennials back then were exactly the same. And what does that mean? Anyone young becomes easy prey for media, the public, press, and their targets to change your mindset. And defeat you, making you fall into the spiral of consumerism. And now, after 10 minutes, we're just starting to get to the point. Why are you inferior? Why do you have to succeed early? Why are you weak? One very simple reason, because you're young. Tino Much, Haven. And that also means your defensibility against external forces, forces created to make you feel bad. You're not aware of their existence. And how to become aware, how to escape this spiral. Have some coffee first. Now, let's talk about the first reason, which is about people on social media. When you look at people on social media, what's the first thing you think? That person, oh, this person is so cool. This person is so awesome. Show off the good, hide the bad. Have you ever wanted to post your ugly photos on? Now I challenge you. I bet you dare to ask any girl in the world. Do you want to post this picture online? Then try to choose their worst photo. Like double chin, nostril bulge, all the worst possible. Do you want to post this picture online? Stay away from that person because that. No one wants to show off their ugliness online. No one wants to look ugly and dirty online. And of course, that means if we only look at what people post online, we only see their good side. As for the bad side, who knows, right? But that also means we completely have the right to pretend. To put on a show online without anyone thinking it's fake, right? So, how many of you girls have stood next to a Lamborghini taking pictures as if it's a car? And how many people have taken pictures showing off their travels? But in the end, it has to be. Hey, can I ask you, can I stand here for a bit? To feel like there's no one around, thank you. Or we've had to witness someone else going online too. Then what's all this noise about? Yeah, this is it, bruh. But actually, in the end, it's not that. What's it called? Showing off, putting on it. What's the point of showing off and putting on airs online? To get yourself a bit of fame, a bit of fun, something like that. To prove to everyone that you're not someone of that type. The ugly, dirty type that no one pays attention. That's how it is. So if everyone online is like that, should we believe what we see online? Right? Think carefully about it. How different is online from real life? Oh, they're very different. How do people see me online? On the main channel, summary channel, handsome channel, it's full of energy coming into this house. Huh? This is real life. And I don't care what I look like. No need to style my hair with gel. This is real life. And many people meet me in real life and still expect me to present myself like I have to be a samurai, full of energy. But actually no, I don't like doing that. When I go out, it's because of work. And when I go out, it means I'm being myself. It means I'm in my private space. Why should I work when I'm with family and friends? Right? I don't think I always have to show off. If I go online and I show off all the time, any different story is my fault. I don't show off, I have nothing to show off about. I'm just someone online. And you're like that too, right? Online is where people show off unrealistic, and we cling to that and think, oh, I'm not as good as them. I need to be like, I'm inferior, Oh, so sad, I'm not as good as others. But it turns out, actually, all those things people are showing them, even know if they. And what if the things people are showing? What about things people don't have? And finally, in the opposite direction. For example, when people look at their own life, do they also expect or wish to have the things I possess? I look up, actually I'm not inferior to anyone. But when others look at me, many also want to be like me. That's something Because, look, I'm working from home and earning money. Meanwhile, many people out there have to struggle and labor under the oppressive heat every day. And if outside Hanoi, it's very cold now, so that means I'm luckier than many people. People also want a life like mine. People also want a salary like mine. People also want the online job I'm doing. Have it, and I. But at the same time, there's an opposite feeling that I'm not better than anyone either. I'm just an ordinary person online. So does that mean I should feel bad about myself? No, I'm still fine. Why should I care what others think, right? To continue talking about the impact of social media. Then we feel as if we can't keep up with our friends. After that, we can't catch up with the current pace of social media development. Let me share one more thing. If we keep paying attention to things around us and think, I'm falling behind, I am too weak, Have you ever wondered why people care about those things? Why do people care about them? Why do people pay attention to those things? If people care about them, what's the ultimate purpose? Does it have anything to do with your life? Does your caring about them have any effect or value? Or are you just following the trend? Follow that trend, then you really know nothing. So why do you pursue the things people talk about? Falling behind, But the fact that people know about it, does it affect your life? And does their knowing about it make them better or more interesting? Mean they. Because I also know things that others don't. I know things they may never have experienced or heard of. Now, if we answer the question of why people care about those issues. Why people like this or that? Why do you need to talk about them? That makes me feel as if they're cooler than me, better than me. I'm not as good as others, I think the problem is with you. That's not that you. If you already see yourself falling behind and still compare with others, you're even worse. Anyone. This is a common feeling in society, when everyone unconsciously compares themselves to things around them. Because everyone has a need to connect with society. Everyone wants to be part of a community. This brings us to the third point mentioned earlier. That is the issue with Asian parents. Specifically, what Vietnamese parents impose on their children and how they make them compare. What expectations do parents have for their Actually, parents only expect one thing. That is for their children to live stably. Why stability? We young, we dawn. We only think about our salary. I think this is stable enough. When we were kids, we even wanted to be Goku, and girls wanted to be Bobby. How could we think more deeply? All of that makes us only think about small things. That's a bit negative, it. We can't think far ahead. Therefore, parents always look further, see things we haven't seen, and show us things we don't know. So eventually we understand things. It's that simple. As for future expectations, to be honest, parents are also human, sometimes right, sometimes wrong, and they have experience from their own lives. As for ourselves, having our own experience is already great, let alone taking care of them later. So, now saying that, well, you must improve, grow up as a... Sometimes parents really say that. But I think more deeply, it's just misplaced encouragement. But more skillful parents would say, you try hard so later you can take care of yourself, and I'll take care of myself. When I die later, who will take care of you? I think that's more correct. As for the mindset that the older generation wanted to guide their becoming civil servants was very common since Uncle Ho's time. For parents back then or grandparents back then, getting a government job meant we have food. We don't go hungry, but times have changed. That night 10 years ago, we held an iPhone in our hands, and we said, oh, this phone can talk to us. Who would have believed it? 10 years ago, in 2050, people said we would have the internet in the palm of our hand, and it would be even more powerful than the internet on computers. Did anyone believe that? But clearly, times change, society changes, the economy changes. That also means that what parents thought was right in the past now needs a bit of change, a bit of refinement, a bit of improvement. Because if we stubbornly insist that old ways of thinking are still, then fundamentally they are right. But in terms of specific actions, they might not necessarily be correct. This we need to be transparent about. And if we just mechanically listen to our parents, follow everything they say, and feel in our hearts that we have to compare ourselves to others, even separate from our own family, I think living like that is a bit blind and exhausting. We need to take care of ourselves first. Need to focus on ourselves first, right? Because who knows what's out there? And of course parents always want us to consider carefully, to win, to mature, to, what's it called? It's called stability. That's not wrong, it. But what exactly is stability? The answer is a bit vague. What's it called? If everyone only cares about one thing, which is making money, then everyone will forget that there's another thing equally important, which is keeping money. Making money and keeping money are two sides. If you make a lot but can't keep it, you basically return to zero. Teammate, you. What I want to say here is if you don't see the essence of the problem clearly, and act as correctly as possible, then basically any problem will be vague and any problem always, not just when you go on social media looking at this person and that person. Times change, people change, and society changes, the economy changes, but the unchanging core is that anyone among us needs basic responsibility. Basically that is self-development. So that no matter what problems occur, no matter how stormy it gets, we still know how to steer the boat, still know how to navigate to the right. The most miserable are those who when storms come don't know where to go. Living like that is truly miserable. So through everything I've said from earlier until now, what does it distill into? I've only pointed out two main issues. First is that out there many of you are feeling inadequate, inferior, because you're not as successful as others. Not successful at this age, Dawn. We've pointed out some reasons together, right? But simultaneously we also have to look at the other side of the issue. Each person will have their own journey. Each person will have their own story. Each person will have their own problems. And that doesn't mean that whatever's out there, I must be like that too. Simultaneously we also have to see the core of the problem. Where is the core of the problem? Why do parents have such expectations? Why should it be like this at this age? What? To answer those questions, we inferior compared to those around us. And now, an example for my part. If people find my life interesting, here are some things I exaggerate to make people truly feel inferior compared to me. Even though I know better than anyone, still just, see? Did you see it? Isn't it good? Very good. Who can do it? I just mixed in some fake stuff. People think it's real. I'm lying. Who would believe it? Then why keep posting nonsense online? Somehow there will always be lies. There will be immediate interaction. Upload in videos, boom 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 boom. Cut and edit jerkily but perform in a way, whereas telling the truth, but the real value like this, the things we're experiencing right now. What is the core of the problem? Then it won't be eye-catching. No one is perfect. The inner side of the problem is the same. We must understand the core of the problem. Because out there it's all mixed with fake stuff. The more impressive something is, the more fit. Let's focus on the core things. And that is your inner self. Your own journey, your own core. Focus on yourself, explore and peel away what's inside you first. Then after that we have the right to venture outside. If we don't understand ourselves, don't know what we want, what we need, why we do things like this, get lost, however you. And that's an extremely bad feeling, especially when you reach 35 to 45 years old. And you only realize it then. Then you'll have to redo quite a lot. And at that time it's a bit tiring, I think I've said everything. I hope everyone can understand the message of this video. And if people like it, want to share this content, this message. And if possible share with others who have similar, or want me to share more about perspectives that aren't glamorous. That's not very new, yet. Then leave some comments below. Of course, this won't be the first video like this. And it also won't be the last video. Hope everyone will support by sharing and leaving comments. And want you to talk about what topics, what problems you're facing, also put in the comment section. Okay, thank you all for watching. I really hope the Night Out channel will reach 30,000 subscribers before the end of Alright, thank you everyone. Peace. What else is there to do? The video is finished. Please subscribe to the Night Out channel.
If the report helped, subscribe and open the next case.